Hello and welcome to all of the viewers on the live session and to all of the viewers who are watching this on the offline session. Welcome to the live session of document automation of a legal office. We'll be specifying this to a case study of a legal office, and it will be very exciting to teach you all and to learn with you all the exciting basis of document automation on a legal office case study. So we'll be waiting for a few seconds to let all of the viewers join in to this case study and live session. Let us wait for a few minutes. All right, so without further ado and without waiting anymore, we'll jump right into the topic and learn what document automation management really is and why we need it in legal offices. So basically, wherever we learn and wherever we hear the word legal office or law firm or anything related to law, we know that it is going to have a lot of paperwork, a lot of hectic manual documentization, a lot of reading and studying and researching on the basis of documents. So it is important for us to know that these documents need to be managed very well in order for the legal procedures to go on, right? We cannot tamper with the legal procedures because these are very important things and they are completely dependent upon documents. They're completely dependent on paperwork. So you need to manage these paperworks. You can be a lawyer, an investigator, a law firm associate. You can be from any of the designations related to legal offices, but what one thing is in common with all of the professions of a legal office is that you will need to have a good expertise level in document management. So, what are, after all, the benefits of document management in legal offices? It is that there will be no delay on cases or investigations, and that is the most important thing when you come to legal offices or law firms or anything as of such sort. You cannot delay on cases or investigations because you cannot find a particular document. You cannot search for a particular document. For say, if you saved a document 5 years ago in your folder, it is difficult for you to retrieve that document. But if you are standing on the right foot of document management, it will be easy and it will be approachable and accessible for you to have that document and to cause no delay to your cases and to your investigations. So, all of this concludes to a faster work process, a faster justice system. So that is the main idea of legal offices, to give justice to people. And if that is this purpose is being served, then that is the main purpose being valued as well. So, coming back to the point as well, benefits of document management are endless for legal offices. They can have less search time. They can save the documents on the most categorized or the most specified procedures, and they can retrieve it from there on an easier method in an far more approachable and efficient manner. They can retrieve their documents. So all of this is going to benefit the client, the case, as well as the justice system, and again the complete procedural cast that is working on the process of providing justice to that client. It is on the basis of saving documents as well. The privacy is also maintained. We know that when you're working on a legal office, you're not going to deal with normal documents. You're going to deal with documents such as that of privacy, of confidential matters, They can be business contracts, documents that your opponent is going to benefit largely from if he gets a hand on them. So definitely these are things that you need to keep private. And if you're managing them manually, it is for say it can be a tampering problem. You may lose them, you may have a problem of leakage of these documents. So you need to outrage your document management. You need to bring your document management on a very higher level if you want your legal office to succeed, if you want your career overall in legal firms to succeed, you have to focus on your document management system. Now, moving forward, what are we going to learn in our live session? We learned why document management is important. Now we cannot stay up to that. We need to learn how to. You cannot tell yourself the benefits and then not learn the how to part of it. So we'll be learning how to integrate document management automation in legal firms. We are supposedly saying that how do we integrate the apps, softwares, tools, all of these things that are required for document management automation in legal firms. And automation of documents. Each stage of document automation will be referred to for, say, the creation, the retrieval, and all of these stages of automation from tools to softwares. All of these will be discussed in the live session. We will also look forward to the stages of DMA. The stages of DMA are quite lengthy, but in legal offices, there are main focus relies upon the document creation, the document retrieval, and the document editing. So all of these are main focus of legal ethics. But on the counter side of business and all of the other sides, document management automation is a very lengthy process. They have sharing of documents, but in contrast, legal offices do not have sharing of documents in such a wider manner. So we will also learn in this live session how do we integrate workflows and which workflows we should integrate our systems with. Now we are talking about which workflow system are we going to let integrated into our workflow, into our document automation in this legal system. To make you understand on a far better level, this is all going to happen in a case study. So you understand how the process of each aspect, of each stage, of each criteria is going to be fulfilled with by this document automation management system. Now, as I talked about the case study, here we have a case study of Tim. He's a lawyer, he's an advocate, and he's basically working on cases. He can be working on multiple cases at the same time. He's a very proficient lawyer, so he is working on multiple cases. But the problem is that he is working on his document management in a manual manner. So what that means is he is doing all of his things manually. He's creating the documents manually. He's sharing the documents by the old methods of printing and photocopying these documents and handing over these documents. And he's taking these documents to lockers to save them up. So all of that is happening, and he's still working manually at this stage of life. Although everything is being very automated, he's yet to become automated himself. So now that he's working on cases, of course, there is a thing that he has confidential information that he will be handed over by his clients or by the cases or by the investigation that he finds out. So he will be working on confidential information, and he needs to apply extreme safety measures to them. We know that extreme safety measures are very important because you cannot let these documents go to the wrong hands. These are not just documents that, oh, you will discuss with your employees for the progress and for the performance to become better, or you will comment upon them and you can share them with people. No, these are not that kind of documents. These are legal documents, and legal documents need to be kept safely. They need to be kept in a manner that they don't go into the wrong hands, into the hands of the opponent that might benefit them. We cannot cause such trouble to our clients as legal practitioners. So, extreme safety measures. And now that we're talking about manual manners, what are the extreme safety measures that you can think of in manual manners? There are lockers, and there are expensive lock systems that you can keep for your documents, and that involves a lot of money being taken into. So, you will have a lot of money involved in this if you are doing it manually, of course. Now, if you are really enjoying watching this, and if you think you will need to learn all of these things on the your own basis, and you will like to listen to more topics on the same domain or on the same criterias, then you can just leave a few comments below of what you think we should lead on the next topics to. You can subscribe this to this channel and learn more on the same domain, and you can also scan the QR code so you can book appointments with the professionals that will consult you on all of these matters on your companies, on your businesses, and on your legal offices to make your document management automation of higher proficiency and higher efficiency overall. Now, as I said, we'll be learning why we need to learn this stuff, which we already did, what are the benefits of it, and how are we going to integrate DMA into legal firms. DMA, as we learned, is a very important aspect in legal firms, and we need to integrate them because it is not an option to make your document management system more efficient. In legal firms, it is a necessity to make your document management system more efficient. So here we have how what are the first steps you need to do to make your document management automation in legal firms integrated. That is, note down the procedure that your legal firm goes through or your legal office is going through for one specific case. Do this for one specific case so you are specified enough. So you can note down the procedure, and if you're doing this manually, you can even do this manually to make it more easier to yourself. And you after you are noting down the complete procedure of what you go through in one case, you can confirm the step by step process by your senior advocates or by senior legal practitioners that have a better know-how of your domain. So they will be able to guide you if you are doing the right procedural steps and procedural noting down of work. So you need to understand which steps you're working on, because after you choose an app of select an app of document management automation, you need to see which steps you are going through and which steps you need that app for. So you need to have those procedures written down first. And next we have the integration of software, app, or team. We will go through this in a very detailed manner in the next slides. The integration of apps, softwares, and teams, that is any one of them. It needs to be picked very relevantly, it needs to be picked very cautiously, because this is the app, or this is the software, or this is the workflow system that you are going to use for the rest of your cases. If you have one workflow system that you have picked and you are very good at it, it's working smoothly with you, so you are going greatly at it, and you need to teach your associates, your juniors, how to work with this software system. And that is how your legal firm is going to operate from then on. So you need to know which software you want to have in your legal firm. You need to select it very cautiously after reading a lot about these softwares. And of course, we will be learning about this software in all of our live sessions and all of our workshops one by one. So keep a connection with this channel in order to learn more about the software as well, and we will be discussing it in this live session as well. So you have to associate the whole firm with the software, and you have to integrate us the whole firm, and you have to operate the whole firm with the smoother workflow. So that is how you integrate document management automation in legal firms. First, you need to know what you are doing, you need to note it down, and then you need to choose a software, and then operate your whole legal firm and legal association with the same software. Moving forward, we are going to discuss the software that we have preferred the most for document management automation. The workflow system of UX Living Lab. I'll be dropping the link in the comment section as well. It is an excellent platform that allows your document management automation on a level that has never been experienced before. It has the features and the plans to facilitate from beginner to intermediate to experts. It differentiates between all of that and allows you to learn whatever your aspect you're standing on. Be it you can be a beginner, they'll train you as such you are a beginner through workshop and through consultants as well. They will associate your business into the workflow system specifically with your case studies, with what you are working on. So that is one thing that is very highly preferable in any workflow that you are going to integrate, is that you need to know that the business that you are operating is going to be integrated into that workflow system. We also know that this workflow system, the best part about this is it completely works on artificial intelligence and the relation of those artificial intelligence tool with the experts that use them. So they have hundreds of experts and lots of professionals that are experts in using these artificial intelligence tools and making them provide progress and success for your workflow system and for your document and management automation system. It will benefit you largely because workflow systems allow you to create, edit, and share these documents in a very simple manner. But the features that workflow system AI is providing you from the UX Living Like document management system, that is that you will be integrated by your business. Your specifications will remain there, and that will allow you to understand more on how to use this document management system for yourself. Coming back from the workflow system, we are going to now integrate our stages of document management. Stages of document management normally include storing, restoring, collecting, retrieval, creation, and these stages of documents. So, why are they needed in legal offices? They are needed in legal offices to provide a better system of efficient workflow. And if you are integrating workflow system into your document management system, it is going to help you a lot, because as JJ Blackwell, the renowned justice, has said, heaps of paper in law create nothing but distorted cases. Now, relating this to our case study of Tim, he is an advocate and he cannot sacrifice his work and his work ethic and his delay of cases just because he is manually dealing with the heaps of paper. As we know that he cannot distort his cases just because he is not digitalized enough. So what he needs to do is he needs to integrate workflow system, as we learned before, with the artificial intelligence tools of UX Living Lab, and he will be on a better foot of document management automation. So, coming to the stages of document management, We are talking about creation of documents. So if Tim is creating documents, he will be creating documents by hand, writing letter to judges by hand, and his handwritten work will need to be re-edited and edited and highlighted, and he might have to spend hours and hours working on one document. But if you are working with document management automated system, the best part about it is it becomes a whole lot faster. It becomes a whole lot easier. The process of editing, rewriting, highlighting, the process of adding relevant sections to your document. If you're a legal officer, that is, we are talking about Tim here. So if you're a legal officer, he is going to add relevant sections into the documents. That is the most important part of a lawful document, that it has legal sections and ordinances added into it to prove its point. Now, what we'll see is, if he needs to add relevant sections, he can just take the help of the workflow system, where he has already noted the relevant sections of his domain and his case that he is working on, and he can do the work of hours in a few minutes. And he can also use that hours that he has spare in time, because he used it in more efficient manner. He can use it for research purposes, to create a stronger case for his client and to give a harder time to his own opponent. Now we have the next stage of document management, that is collection of documents. Collecting documents is the biggest tributary of lawful profession, of legal profession. That is, you'll have judgments that are really just of 30-40 pages that you will need to study. You will have ordinances, books that need to be read through to find your relevant sections. So documents are a whole lot procedure, and collection of documents becomes way lot easier if you are doing in a digitalized manner. Now, we are not living in 1950 to go through all of the collected documents in your folders and files. But Tim, as we discussed earlier, he is doing it manually, and he is still using it, his folders and files, and using those to collect his documents. And for that reason, he will have to invest a lot of money in his safety measures, because he has private documents, confidential documents to take care of. But with the folders and files, he will also not be able to categorize them properly, because obviously, if he is dealing with two cases at one time, and he is dealing with a case of homicide, and the next case of Tim is of contract basis, of property basis, so he cannot categorize those documents in different compartments. But if he is on a digitalized platform like workflow system, that we have discussed earlier, he will be able to categorize, because there is a whole team sitting there and efficiently working to help your law firm work proficiently. He is going to have a grand hand of help to categorize his documents, and to let the safety measures of digitalized era take control. Now his safety measures can have passwords, code words, that can save his documents from leakage terror, that can save his documents from losing out to public or to his opponent. Now if he is taking Tim is taking his documents to the court in a file, they may be lost, because they may slip out of the folder per se. But if he's got it in the digitalized manner, the leakage terror is far more decreased, and he will definitely be more proficient in having the copies of relevant documents. The copies will not be photocopied or printed and have taking up most of his storeroom space. He can only have, with the workflow system's help, he can have a lengthy storage system in his digitalized devices, and he can use those to have the copies of his relevant document that he may need for the cases. Now, next we know that, as we discussed earlier, for say Tim he's managing it manually, so he's going to lose the documents one way or the other. And now that he's lost the documents, document retrieval, if done manually, is the worst part of work, definitely. And document retrieval in digitalized manner is far more easier because there are so many options that the workflow system provides you with. Workflow AI from UX Living Lab provides you with so many features of document retrieval, including the recycle bin, including the undo options, previous process search, and sharing retrieve. Now, what do we have? The recycle bin and undo options are simple options, but in a more proficient manner and in a more authorized and more expert level, previous process search allows you to go back to who you have looked upon the documents upon and who you have taken the documents from, and it allows you to access the documents again even if you have lost them. So, and the sharing retrieve also is the same thing, that you can share the documents with someone and they will completely remain stored no matter how long after you come to check your retrieved documents. You will have the retrieved documents right there. Looking forward to the takeaways. The takeaways of this live session, we need to see, maybe I went too fast, maybe I went too slow, and I don't want any of you to miss out on any of the things that I said, on any of the things that I explained. So, takeaways are a very important point of our live session, and they include the main features of what we studied in this live session. So, recalling what we studied is document management automation is very crucial for law firms, because the main aspect is to protect information, is to keep confidential information protected and private. So, document management automation is very crucial, and the cruciality is maintained by the workflowai.com. You can check it up. It is a great system that allows you many features of workflow and many features of document management automation, and it has excellent features specified for legal offices. Next, we know that each process of document management can be facilitated by automating it. It can be creation, sharing, editing, highlighting, discussions on document. It can be any process that documents are going through. It can definitely be facilitated to a higher level of success if you are automating it. Next, we have the learning expertise of DMA takes law firms to a higher level of business and justice. If you're working at a law firm, if you've graduated as a legal practitioner, you know business is not just profit making in law firms. It's not just the money in law firms. It's not profit or losses. It's providing justice to the people who really deserve it. And if you have your system done correctly, if you're working properly, it's not for your benefit or the benefit of the client specifically, it is the benefit of the whole public. That is why the judiciary system and the system of legal firms has been given the name of the noble professions. And document management automation really facilitates it because it gives you a hand of uh, saving yourself from delay. We know that in legal proverbs, it is said that delay defeats equity. So you cannot defeat equity in the terms just because your documents are not properly managed. And justice delayed is justice denied. And you must not deny justice because your documents are not properly managed. So document automation and management is extremely important in law firms. And we have discussed all of these points here, and I hope all of you learned very well on how to integrate your workflow system into your document management automation of legal firms. With the help of Tim, we looked upon the specific ideas of what he has to go through and what manual and automation differences are. And I am sure that Tim too will integrate workflow system into his document management. So that will all be from my side. And now we are on the question and answer session, and I'll be very happy to hear and guide you out. So if you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section below, or you can leave your comments here, and you can leave your comment section on the private inboxes, so we can answer your questions, and the other experts and professionals can answer your questions regarding this topic. So I'll remain here for a few minutes waiting for you to drop down your questions, and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. So I guess the offline watchers can look more into the topic and then drop down the questions. I'll definitely come back to the session and answer each of the questions that you leave me with. And it will all be from my side. Thank you extremely for watching and for giving your precious time to us and to this topic, because it's going to benefit you and your law firm a whole lot. If you're willing to book an appointment on any of the topics related to our document management automation or workflow system, you can simply scan the QR code that is given on the screen. And we are thanking you from the workflow session and the team of UX Living Lab. I hope you enjoyed this section, and I hope you learned a lot from it. Thank you. Have a great day.